thought it was going to be an easy life. That's not the way it is. So implementing irrigation, a better system, quicker way to get over the ground, a little bit more flooding. We also introduce a slow release fertiliser, so the nutrients don't get washed away to the Great Barrier Reef, stay in the ground, they don't move as much, and we notice an increase in productivity.
Oh, it's sort of what I've always wanted to do when I grew up. I've worked outside for a lot of years and then owned my own farm and then eventually moved back here with Dad. He's fairly old school, but yeah, once he sees the proof, he's quite happy to accept it. He was always a dunder person. I went back to granules to that in about 2009, and that sort of increased our yield a lot. Using different chemicals, a lot less cultivation, GPS, and then when the nitrate inhibited fertilisers come on board, I've changed to them and sort of haven't changed back.
Fertiliser plays a big part. We are using a stool splitter and it's being covered up straight away. Nutrients are there for the plant for several months. So what we notice is the plant stays healthier for longer. The cane doesn't yellow off as fast and the plant is not getting the fertiliser all in one hit. When we're using alternative fertilisers, we were growing about 9,000 tonne and we've increased that to 12,000 tonne.
The crop seems to just keep growing throughout the year. 2 years ago we had good rain exactly when we wanted it and it was incredible. It was a record crop. I think we cut 21,500 tonne and left 3,500 tonne standover. We used to side dress, and in about 2011 I convinced the old fellow we'd go and get a stool splitter, and as far as I'm concerned that's the ultimate. It puts the fertiliser a good 100 mil underground in the stool, seals it off, yeah, job done. Years ago when they were using granules, they'd wait till end of the year and then put it on. Really, I sort of try to follow the harvest around. As soon as it's cut, fertiliser goes on, and yeah, when it needs water, we give it water.
This year we're going to do fallow crops. We will then plough that into the ground, try and achieve a bit of nitrogen with it, so then we can reduce our on-farm fertiliser as well when we go to plant new cane.
I've got some K-Tech over there I'm going to try this year to see what it does, just do a trial with it, where we reduce the nitrogen, just put it on top, and it doesn't come into your nitrogen budget. Yeah, we've been looking into going to adding organic compost to the mix, just to increase organic carbons in the soil, increase water retention. We're putting it on at 500 kilo per hectare, you're only looking at a couple of $100, so it's not a great outlay. And they recommend it'll last this crop cycle.
We employ our agronomists for soil testing. They keep you up to date on all the regulations to see if we are within the guidelines. If we've got any question on chemical or fertiliser, they do a fair bit behind the scene.
Every year we get soil samples of our fallow crops. We've got a lot of different soils on the place, and a lot of our country needs lime. And one paddock you'll have good soil up one end, in the middle you'll have clay, up the other end it'll have black soil. The agronomist gives us all their recommendations and we go from there. It's always good to have someone to call on, ask questions, bring new ideas. Definitely, yeah, try anything sort of thing.
Every day is a challenge. It's weather plays a big part. Yeah, there's way too much. But it's just a nice lifestyle. You can see what you're growing every day. There's a challenge there, and I'm up for the challenge.